Okay, so once again, these are perfect squares. 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64. What do I mean by that? Well, 2 times 2 makes 4. So if you took the square root of 4, the answer would be nothing more than 2. Okay? So those are perfect squares. What number times itself? Boom. Now, in this case, what we're trying to do today is find the square root of 32. If we come over to our examples, 32 is not a perfect square. So the answer is going to be a decimal somewhere between 5 and 6. So 5.2, 5.3, 5.4 something. That's what you're trying to figure out. So when we see this, we need to figure out what numbers, and using your factoring sheet, you guys have to do this. This is why knowing your times tables are huge. If you struggle with it, that's why the factoring sheet's there for you. So how do you make 32? Well, let's see there. Take a look. 1 times 32. Okay, 2 times anything? Well, 2 times 16. Okay, what else? 3 times anything? Well, 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. And 3 times 11 is 33, so that's a no. How about 4 times, 8? So we sit there and we look at all those fun little things and go, okay, well, we've used 1 times 32, 2 times 16, 4 times 8. So I put them in this giant rectangle, okay? And I sit there and go, which one of these numbers, 1, 32, 2, 16, 4, and 8 are perfect squares? Well, I can see a 4 and I see 16. So I'm going to take 16, put a square. I'm going to put a square around my 4. Okay, so now we sit there and go, okay, which one of those numbers, the 4 or the 16, which are perfect squares, are the larger number? 4 or the 16? Well, hey, Mr. Geiger, it's the 16. So I'm going to write down right below this 2 times 16. Now, we know that 16 is a perfect square. And what's the perfect square of 16? 4. So right here, I'm going to take 16, I'm going to put a block around it. The square root of 16 is 4. What's left over? The 2 is going to go right here in the house, and that's your answer. Okay, let's pull another number out of there. Thin air, thin air, thin air. 44. That sounds like a gross number to do. Yeah, let's go with 44. Sounds like a toughie. Okay, well, let's do square root of 44. Okay, is 44 a perfect square? 4, 9, 16, 36, 49. No, it's not. How do you make 44? Well, 1 times 44. 2 times 22. 3 go into it? No. Does 4 go into it? Yeah, 4 times. Hey, that was cool. Phone is still there. 4 times 11. Okay. Oh, what is that? What happened? Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. So 4 times 11. Anything else that you can think of? And you go, no, I don't think of anything else. So I have these numbers right here. These are my factors. You have a sheet that does this for you, okay? So you just look at the numbers here, you write them down, and you sit there and go, okay, which one of these 6 numbers up here, okay, are a perfect square? One isn't. Is 44? Well, nope, 44 isn't. Okay, let's go to 2 and 22. Is 2 a perfect square? Nope. Is 22? No. Okay, 4 and 11. Well, let's see. Oop, 4 is. Is 11? No. So we're going to use 4. That's my perfect square. So I come over here and I write down, well, 4 times 11. Okay, which one's the perfect square? We said 4. What's the square root of 4? 2. What's left over? The 11. So once again, I take the number. I come to my factor sheet and I write out my factors. We said it was 1 times 44, 2 times 22, and 4 times 11. We noticed that over here that 4 was the largest square root. So we wrote down the factors. That was 4 times 11 when we wrote over here. My perfect square was 4. What's the square root of 4? 2. Whatever's left over goes inside the box. Or inside the house, this radical. That's the fun with these. Give it a shot. Have fun. The thing that's hard about these is that it's times tables. That's why we give you the factor sheet. That's why we give you the video. Once again, let's take a look at the square root of 32. Well, I have to go to my factor sheet. What are the factors of 32? I wrote these down. 132, 2 times 16, 4 times 8. Which of these numbers are perfect squares? Well, the 4 is, and so is the 16. When you get a scenario such as this, you want the largest one. So we wrote 2 times 16. 16 is the perfect square. The square root of 16 is 4. Whatever's left over is your answer. Have a great day. Try these out. Give them a shot. Bye-bye.